As day turns to night, we're on the streets of Singapore as we hit the halfway point in the season. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Fraser McKenzie here. Welcome to the start of this weekend's XRL coverage. We are at the Marina Bay Street Circuit in Singapore for round 7 of season 4 for the XRL Development League, sponsored by ANSI 3D, One Tap, Clutch Control, VFG, and CD Keys. And joining me in the commentary box, as always, is the boss of the league himself, Mr. Cesar Lopez.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Kenzie, for the welcome. I'm very happy. This is a good race. I like this track. We just got the weather report in chat. Full wet race.
And my eyes have just lit up like a Christmas tree. This is going to be good. So I wouldn't be too surprised if a lot of, if not all, these drivers have a wet weather setup for the race. And talking of racing, oh my word, what a climax to qualifying earlier at Imola.
Man, we in Mexico are so proud about what Checo did.
Yeah.
Winning and qualifying into his teammate on the second race, it was not expected at all. So he's making us all dream. The problem is we dream too high and then we can get to
that is true. But hey, that's his first front row start of his career. A real shame for us Brits with Lando Norris, though. His time ended up being deleted after exceeding track limits at turn 9. But there was just that sliver of hope that Norris was going to start on the front row alongside Lewis Hamilton. But hey, still, P7, still a respectable performance for him.
Yeah, and you know what? Lando Norris, I'm 100% sure that Lando Norris' performance today in the qualifying session was all because he does sim racing. So he has raced Imola on iRacing and many other simulators a bunch of times, you know?
Yeah. iRacing, Assetto Corsa, those
So-
sort of things, yeah.
So he knows when to push, where to push. He has been too many hours into the sim racing stuff that it gave him a little bit of an advantage, to be honest.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, let's quickly go through the lineup for the Dev League this evening. This is the opportunity for these drivers to get an XRL seat proper for the Sunday night leagues X1, X2, and X3. The lineup for this evening is Dave Ewart, Jack, Asda, Tsani, Zola, Nissan, Higgs Boson,
Regan? Let's call him Regan.
Regan, Football Boss, Level 6, Torpedo, Rahul, and Whippy.
Yeah, it's a good lineup, a fast lineup, some good drivers. Can I have full-time season soon? Sola saying asking if he can get a
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Let's say,
no,
Zola,
you can't. No, you can't, Sola.
Zola is one of our XRL veterans. He's also one of the head admins for the league as well. Zola is a full-time X2 driver, often fills in as a reserve for X1 as well, as Nissan comes around the final corner, and it's a 138.8.
Wow, Nissan
It's
GTR
fastest
win a
at the
138.
moment.
That's good. That's a good time for Nissan. He can do better, definitely, but he's a very consistent driver. If he doesn't get into incidents, he can fight for a podium.
Yeah.
So let's say, who the hell you calling fast around here?
And that's a
2 seconds.
that's a quickie from Rahul, a 136.7.
Yeah, this is one of my best tracks. But if I get into one little bit of an incident, it's so demoralizing getting into an incident in this track, man.
Especially with the nature of the circuit, very
Yeah.
difficult to overtake. It's effectively Monaco at night,
Yeah,
if you
exactly. Monaco at night and longer distance.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. And
Almost the double.
Yeah, every Singapore Grand Prix we have had in real life, every Singapore Grand Prix we've had has had a safety car come out at some point during the race. And more often than not, you're right on the verge of that 2-hour time limit.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, Dasani coming around the final corner across the line, 37.5. A pretty good time for him. And that leaves Jack, the only guy still on on a flying lap. Regan is on an out lap at the moment as well, just about to cross the line to start. No, he's not. He's still a few corners behind.
Jack and Regan, this is both their first race in Extreme Racing Leagues.
They're making their debut this evening. Jack with a 1:39.3.
1:39.3, that's good.
And we've got Regan coming round final corner now. So I'm going to ride on board with him for a lap around Singapore. It's a very, very complex sequence of corners here. Turn 1, 2, and 3. A very tight left-handed here. About 65 miles an hour around that corner. And then coming up towards turn 4. This track has the most corners of any track on the calendar. 23 corners, to be exact.
Oof. Look at Regan. You can tell he's a wheel driver by the movements of the wheel in the game.
Yeah.
He's doing it very smoothly. He can be a contender for it.
Yeah. So that's one of my goals with when the new game comes out, to have to get some practice in with a steering wheel, so I can transition from pad to wheel for racing next season, when the next game comes out. And
you're going to be transitioning?
Yeah, that's the plan. The plan
Which
is
one
transitioning from pad to
the
wheel. Depending on how much I have in the bank at the time, it'll be either a Thrustmaster or a Logitech, depending on which one I can afford at the time.
So they're saying in the chat, there's definitely safety car in the race. Asda is racing.
I wouldn't be too surprised if a lot of the extreme points go towards predicting that yes, we will have a first lap safety car. Regan with a 39.0 puts him 6th at the moment. There's only 15 drivers. Only 15 drivers here at the moment. Are we expecting anybody else to come in, or is this the lineup for?
I believe one guy's. Let me check real quick. Rebel has an extraordinary have until quali to join. Otherwise, they will receive a penalty for voting yes in the race poll. And we have yellows. Looks like.
And that's one of the Williams.
Football bus is just standing there.
Oh dear.
You need to get moving.
There he goes. He did the right thing.
Yeah, he did the right thing. The problem is when you do the right thing and you're like stopped in the track, game disqualifies you. That's shit. I'm sorry for the bad word. That's bad.
I never heard a thing. Never heard a thing.
Also, Higgs Boston and on. He's one of the drivers of the PC tier. And he's joining us now for Xbox. This is his first race, I believe, or second. I don't know. In XRL, in Xbox. But after this, he will probably get a full-time seat. He has proven himself in PC and now here.
Also, well, he did make his debut around Australia last week.
Oh yeah, that's true. He's looking for a full-time seat, and maybe a team will give it to him.
Yeah. And of course, with how much we're expanding as far as the roster is concerned, it's it's more often than not that we can't really get a full grid together for the Dev League, but we still get a reasonable number as far as the lineup is concerned.
Yeah, the Dev League, as you know, is for testing drivers. We have a championship, but just to encourage drivers, to be honest, just to have something, because it's this league is, if we don't have like the full grid, it doesn't matter, because it's only new drivers and being tested drivers. The ones that we want to have a full grid every week are on X1, X2, X3.
Yeah, I mean, so in a way, you could effectively call the Dev League a hybrid of a championship league, but at the same time a track trial.
Exactly, something like that.
Here comes Whippy, just a couple of corners to go now. Very smooth through the last couple of corners, and a 36. Almost top of the timesheets. 36.797 puts him second at the moment.
And as you can see, some drivers of X1, X2, and X3 are, X3 mostly, and X2 are racing today here. This is good practice for drivers. So if any driver from one of the top tiers wants to come and race, they can do it. Yeah,
there you go. And something I should have addressed at the top of the broadcast, folks. Yes, I am filling in again this week for Isaac. Drafted in at the 11th hour once again, but hey,
don't worry.
If the help's needed, I'm always there.
Thank you very much, Kinsey and Isaac. Yeah, we'll miss you today, man.
Yeah. But hopefully when the new game comes out, maybe I could have myself back. Maybe I could get myself back into racing in XRL. Yeah. I already raced on the Saturday nights in the 100% leagues, which you can see on this channel at 8 p.m. UK time, so adjust accordingly to your time zones. And we'll have Insane Leader on commentary for that.
He's a very good commentator too. Very good.
Level 6. He's actually retired.
But did he crash? Oh no, he retired in the pits.
He's retired in the pits. He's not set a lap time.
Well, he knows he's not going to be knocked out, because there's only 15 drivers.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
He saved his tires.
There is a slight issue as far as the timing screen is concerned, because it's showing it's missing numbers 8 and 9. There we go. It's now missing.
Oh, that's true.
It's showing up officially with 13 drivers, but oh boy, hopefully these among many other issues get fixed for the new game coming out. But we'll focus more on talking about the new game during Q2.
Yeah. Torpedo is a good driver. Torpedo, he can gives people a surprise. Also Hicks with the medium tires. Well, yeah, it's Q1. Nobody's trying to fight for the position right now, because it's Q1. No one gets off. So yeah, they're just chilling, saving their tires. Guys coming out on medium tires. It was the most intelligent thing to do, to be honest. Because you don't need the medium tires, because it's going to be full wet race.
Exactly. So it's more likely than not that we're going to be seeing all these drivers on soft tires throughout Q2.
Exactly.
And so there's a lot going on behind the scenes right now, folks, in regards to getting ready for the new game coming out. July 16th is when it comes out, but more details on that follow in due course. And there we. I've just said that, yeah. Yep, there we go. Yep, fine by me. Yep. Um, on a more somber note, folks, especially for those in the UK and those in the Commonwealth, we did have the funeral of His Royal Highness, the Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, who passed away last Friday at the age of 99. We had minute silences across all the races throughout last weekend, and as it was his funeral today, we're electing to do the same. We're electing to do the same thing with the Dev League this evening with a 1 minute silence before the race starts.
Yeah, we are going to be having that minute of silence before race starts.
Yeah.
Rafael, thank you for the follow. Man, I don't know if you're Espanol or English. Let me know in chat if you're from Mexico, Spain or something. Para ver si te saludo en español o en inglés, porque pues...
Yeah. But elsewhere in the world of sport, folks, we had the World Snooker Championship getting underway. World Snooker Championship getting underway today at the Crucible Theatre in Sheffield. And one of the things that caught my attention is Neil Robertson's hair. Is his hair normally like that, or is that just me?
Oh, I don't see that sport. I'm sorry.
Yeah. He used to have his hair like really short, really crew cuts, but now it's like sort of like somewhat of a curly afro, if you will. Yeah, but yeah, Neil Robertson's one of my favorite. He's one of my favorite snooker players on the tour right now, and of course, as is tradition with the World Snooker Tour, it always climaxes round about this time of year with the World Snooker Championship climaxing on the May Day bank holiday with the final two sessions of the final 35 frames. First to 18 secures the title, and it's very rare that we actually see the final go all the way to that 35th and final frame. The checkered flag is out. Everyone is going to be going through into Q2 regardless of what happens. As doing the Haas, he's looking very strong. He's looking very strong on there.
Oh, Regan. Sola saying in chat, Regan has used 2 set of softs. Hope they see weather. Regan.
Ooh.
Yeah. He's probably not noticed that it's going to be a super wet race, and yeah, I believe that's the icon that comes in the weather report. It looks like it's the thunderstorm wet. You've seen that the full wet.
So it's gonna be it's not gonna be your traditional British rain shower, folks. It's gonna be monsoon conditions. Visibility is not gonna be great. So this is gonna be a case of the Singapore
safety
World
car
Prix.
lap 1. Definitely safety car.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, what if they started behind the safety? What if they started the race behind the safety car?
That would be good if the game lets you do that.
Yeah, yeah. I think we'll see what features they add. We'll see what other features they've added when the game comes out. And Dave in the chat saying, "Talk about Drive to Survive." Yeah, that's what I was just about to bring up. This is going to be a race of attrition with these guys tonight. But nevertheless, this is the order at the end of Q1. You've got Rahul at the top of the standings. You've got Whippy, Asda, Tsani, Zola, Nissan. And we've got a few Scots rounding up the top 10 as well. Dave, Jack, Regan, Torpedo. Then you've got Higgs, Boson, Football Boss, and level 6. That is 13 drivers. They're all safe regardless. And now it's on to Q2. And normally at this part of qualifying, folks, in this case, we'll be losing the slowest 3 drivers. Normally, you would have the top 10 who make it through into Q3 start the race on the tyres they set their fastest lap on. But because we're going to have a wet weather race at the start, we're not going to be too concerned about the strategies. We're just going to be concerned about who is going to be eliminated. And Zola saying, we want a proper wet race in the XRRL tonight. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, but like I said with the XRRL earlier, it's 100% race distance, full qualifying, 100% race distance, realistic cars, the fastest drivers in the slowest cars, and the slowest drivers in the fastest cars, and then there you go. It's still the same XRL point scoring system. Point for pole. I'm pretty sure there's a pole. Pretty sure there's a point for pole position. There's a point for the fastest lap inside and outside the top 10, and of course your traditional F1 scoring system: 25, 18, 15, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 1. So Rahul's the lead car at the moment. He's decided to go out on the softs. Tassani, interestingly, going for the mediums, as with Jack.
Yeah, it looks like these guys going in the mediums, they haven't seen the weather report yet.
Yeah, I don't think they're paying too much attention to it. But yeah. So now that we're into Q2, let's talk about the new game. The announcement trailer got released on Thursday, and from the way it was presented, it definitely heightens the drama and the intensity of the sport, especially with the new story mode Breaking Point, and I am quoting from the press release from Codemasters themselves, the return of the much maligned Devin Butler. Codemasters knows how much we hate that guy, so they decided to bring him back for this. But I think the Breaking Point story mode, I am very excited to see how that is gonna play out.
Yeah, it would be good if, depending on your choices, like you can get different timelines. That would be fantastic, man.
Ooh, that would be very interesting.
Yeah, but we'll see.
Yeah,
and yeah, let's hope that they fix the multiplayer.
Yeah,
that's all I need, man. That's all I need.
Yeah.
And like for XRL, you know. But personally, the Breaking Point, the story mode, I think is a good addition because, yeah, you can play as career mode and all that, but there's no like role play, you know. There's no unless you do it by yourself, like role playing the situations. But there's no role play in the game. So.
Yeah, but I think with Codemasters being under the EA umbrella now, I think how it's going to play out is EA focus on doing the online component of the game, and Codemasters focus on the single player. I mean, Codemasters have done don't get me wrong, Codemasters have done an incredible job continuing to further improve the single player every year the game has come out since the start of the
start of the franchise.
Yeah, since Codemasters started making the games way back in 2009 on the Nintendo Wii. And yes, folks, I have played all the Codemasters games. and I am including their homage to Mario Kart F1 Race Stars. That game is just an absolute blast to play.
It sounds fun. It's like Mario Kart. Can see you there.
Yeah, but hey, 2-player career mode though as well though.
Two-player career mode. If that stuff happens in online, that will be fantastic.
Yeah.
If it happens offline,
Like
split screen,
local multiplayer. Yeah.
that is not a good idea. So I
Yeah.
hope they do it online, man. Because not because of the content of doing. Well, it's fun. It's going to be fun getting a teammate to run a career mode, but also it's going to be one more step into a online franchise. For example,
Yeah.
like the Madden games, is one league.
Mm-hmm.
Madden leagues, for example, Madden leagues is one season full of player run teams.
Mm-hmm.
So it will be it will help the leagues to get a career mode where you can get where for your engine, where for your parts you need to develop the car. That would be fantastic if we get that in XRL, man. Like, for example, imagine if in this in XRL right now, there's gearbox wear, there's engine wear, and you have to and you suddenly by race number 5 you have to change your engine, and you have to start at the back of the grid because of you change your engine.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. I think that's the sort of thing I would definitely love to see.
Yeah.
And
this multiplayer and this cooperative career mode can be one step towards that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and of course, the other thing is being able to like jump in to like. I'm trying to find the right way to describe it. Is being able to start your season in real time with the actual F1 calendars, because it's like week of July 16th. That's around about the British Grand Prix weekend, folks. You've got the opportunity there to start your season at the British Grand Prix with the actual standings in the actual F1 Championship at that particular point.
Oh, that's good. I didn't know that. That's a good one. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. I say the biggest thing, but yeah, I've got to agree with you. The biggest thing I hope they manage to fix is the online component of the game, because with how many racing leagues that have been set up since for us especially since as early as F1 2018. Yeah. I think Codemasters right now are just underestimating how big the F1 league racing community is, especially right now, given the fact that we're still got COVID restrictions in place.
Yeah.
People still being.
I can say it's bigger than the single player base.
Yeah, exactly. But yes, you're still gonna have those. You're still gonna have people that focus mainly on the single player stuff. And yes, folks, my team is going to be making a return. So, for me, we are going to see the glorious return of Habit Racing, which is an abbreviation of my classic catchphrase. Thank you very much. I'll have a bit of that. So, Habit Racing will be returning in F1 2021, folks.
That's brilliant, man. I didn't know that was the starting letters for that.
Yeah. I really need to try. We really need to try and get something worked out so that we can get those catchphrases onto our XRL merch. It's race time. The official slogan for the XRL. It's race time, and of course,
that's
my
a good idea.
Catchphrase.
That's a good idea. I'll get it done. Send me on Discord how the phrases are written, and I'll do it.
Yeah.
Dave saying in the chat, if it's Drive to Survive, do we get to see the cars drivers get shouted at? Oh,
Only if we get somebody to be Gunter Steiner.
yeah. You need to join Azaz's party chat to know if he's being yelled at. I believe Sola is yelling at him.
That is going to be an absolute barrel of laughs. But yeah, we've got 5 minutes left of the second part of qualifying. At the moment, it's level 6, Torpedo, and Rahul that are currently in the drop zone. Rahul did end up with effectively no front wing on his first run, so he's going to need to go again. That was one of the Mercedes that just came across the line. Tassani, 37.3, and it was Regan that came across the line. 38.4 on mediums. That's a pretty respectable time.
Yeah, and I'm surprised Rahul is out on the medium tires. Why?
Yeah.
Well, he wants to save tires for the Q3, maybe.
Maybe, yeah, that's a valid point.
But you cannot use 3 sets in Q3. You only have 10 minutes.
Unless you end up with unless for your first run you use a scrubbed set of softs, and then if you make it into the top 10, you've got that extra set of softs that are reserved for Q3. If you make it into the top 10, you can use those for your final run. I mean, I've done it numerous times before, and on a couple of occasions elsewhere, I've actually managed to get it. I've actually managed to get myself into the top 10 for qualifying. I mean, yes, great start, top 10 in qualifying, but then for Vietnam racing elsewhere, it didn't quite go to plan, and then I effectively went backwards, but managed to finish the race despite how difficult the track was.
Yeah, Vietnam it shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
That's a track that shouldn't happen. Shouldn't have happened. I'm sorry for Vietnam country, but that's not good.
Yeah. Torpedo came across the line in 6th with 1:38.917.
Rahul starting his fast lap right now. About to get turn 1 complex. 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, so it's just Zola and Rahul. Jack's in the drop zone as well, but he's on an outlap at the moment. Zola, a couple of corners to go.
I'm not showing Zola in the screen because I'm good to change it. Okay, he has finished. Now I can see.
There we go. He goes third with a 37.069.
Warrington saying in the chat, hello, Warrington.
Jack back in the pits. Is he going to have time to come out for another lap? No, he isn't. He's not going to have time. Jack's not going to have time. Jack's back in the pits. And he's actually being wheeled back into the garage. He's not going to have time. So that's it. That's Jack out. Jack's not going to have time to go back out for another lap. We've lost one driver now already, thanks to Jack being eliminated from qualifying. Who is going to join him on the sidelines for Q3? What he's saying, probably not looked at the weather report. You're not the only one that's said that throughout qualifying so far. Rahul is on. Rahul's on a flying lap now. Zola's retired from the session. He's more than happy with his time. He'll be safe. And Torpedo's retired. He's like mid-pack. That could be concerning. Level 6 is in danger of elimination if Football Boss, Dave, and Rahul all improve on their times. We'll walk up there for Rahul coming onto the third DRS straight. That looks like a pretty strong second sector time. And he's... Oh, no! Rahul's invalidated. That's it. He's gone. That's Rahul out as well now.
That's bad news for him. Oh, he just hit the wall.
That is a real shame. Real shame for Rahul. He was... Oh, that's his front wing gone completely. And oh, he's gone. He's actually...
Let's see that on replay.
What on earth?
Oh yeah, he hits the wall. He lost completely his front wing, a lot of debris, and then he just crashes into the wall and retires. Bad for him.
That might be touch and go if we call that effectively a rage quit for him.
It could be. He crashed. He DNF'd.
Yeah. So level 6, he's a very lucky man. He is safe. So it's Dave, Jack, and Rahul that are out. Whippy, Tsani, Zola, Asda, Higgs, Regan, Nissan, Torpedo, level 6, and Football Boss all through into the top 10 shootout. Alright, let's have a look.
Oh. Oh, watch out! Jack's AI is giving him some damage.
Oh,
I've seen AIs DNFing before. It happened to me.
Not ideal. It's I've seen. I've just checked the pole position time for Singapore last time the F1 teams went there. It's a 36.2. That was the pole position time, and it was Charles Leclerc. And Whippy currently a 36.4. I think with that sort of time, I don't think Whippy's got a wet weather setup. And so I think those... I think the top 4, unless Zola knows something we don't. I mean, Whippy and Tasani especially, I don't think they've got wet weather setups based on those times.
Yeah, based on the time. The lap record on wet, the pole position. Okay, let me show this to you guys.
Right. There we go. That's the that's who's through at the moment.
Sorry about that.
Whoa, easy. So there we go. That's how the Q2 standings look at the moment. Dave, Jack, and Rahul all out. Yeah, Zola's just confirmed in the chat he does have a wet weather setup. But even with that, even with a wet weather setup, a 37.0 with a wet weather setup, that is quick.
Okay, look at these guys. This is Singapore X1. Okay, this is the record for X1. Pole positions. 135.2 for Philip Nielsen on a dry setup.
Yeah.
That's the record.
And then you've got the other 2 pole positions. One was Waddington and one was Ultimate.
Yeah,
Those
they
times,
were in the wet.
There you go.
But this is for X1. Yeah, this is the record right now. 135.2.
Yeah. It's highly unlikely we're going to be seeing the that that's a very valid point that Warwick has just brought up
What?
regarding Rahul's incident. Wouldn't it say DNF instead of no time set if his wheel did come off?
Oh yeah, probably. That probably.
That's a valid point. Yeah,
He retired.
yeah. So yeah, he retired on track. Yeah, that's
a penalty.
Yep, that's a penalty. That will more than likely be. Yep. Yes. Yes. Rahul didn't set a time, but he ended up. His front wing came off completely, and at the same time, he effectively retired on track. So the fact that he retired on track after that damage, if that were me,
We'll see.
if that
We'll
were,
see.
okay, yeah,
We'll get the stewards get into it.
yeah. If it were me and I was if it was me and I was one of the stewards and I saw that happen, that would be a qualifying ban right out the gate.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I think I still have the replay. Let me check it. Oh no. The poll is the prediction poll is in the chat. So,
There you
guys,
go,
what
folks.
do you think? Safety car in lap 1, yes or no? I believe for me it's a yes. It's going to be super wet.
I'm fairly confident we're going to be seeing. I'm fairly confident we're going to be seeing a safety car in the first lap here. And of course, if all goes well for the predictions, folks, you can use those points to redeem. You can use those points to redeem your. You can redeem those points on things like the XRL rewards here. You've got your clutch control grips, an ANSI 3D track, an XRL Cup, and of course, for the big bucks, an XRL shirt.
Also, guys, remember to subscribe. You can subscribe with Prime. It's free. If you have Amazon Prime, you can get it a free subscription on Twitch, and if you can give us that subscription, that would be fantastic. Also, if you get Prime, like 47k. This is what. Who's this? Wellington or Sola? 47k for the yes.
Oh, it's Dave actually.
Is Dave? All in.
It was
All
Dave
in, Dave. Man. All in.
Dave's adventurous. I mean, if somebody somehow ends up voting no, and we end up with no safety car at the end of first lap, they're gonna be rolling in the dough.
Yeah, well, to win, we need people to get. I was telling you, Amazon Prime gives you a lot of stuff, so Twitch is one of those. Someone vote no. Now I want to vote no, but I already voted yes. I don't know if I can change it. No, I cannot change it.
So there we go. Tasani, top of the timesheets at the moment with a 36.4. Wellington saying that I would, but I've been silly these last few weeks, betting so many points. That's what happens when you bet. That's what happens when you put too much on the table. just 3 drivers that have set a lap time at the moment. And they go, finally, we do have someone that voted no, and it's Jeebus John, just 180 points on that there's going to be no safety car. But look at the return ratio of 1 to 264.83.
He's going to be rich if he wins, man.
So I'm just going to. So we've got nearly 48,000 points in the pool at the moment. And if John ends up somehow coming good on that prediction, he's going to end up. He's going to have the lot all to himself.
Yep. Only one guy has posted in the know, so he could win 47k points. That's what's the price of the stuff? Let me check. Clutch control grips. He can get clutch control grips or a Nancy 3D printed track just by getting that.
Yeah. Zola goes third with a 36.9. Torpedo's just got a couple of corners to go. $38.6 for Torpedo. He'll be happy. He'll be relatively happy with that. Football Boss is coming up towards the end of the second sector now. No, Football Boss is invalidated. That is really unfortunate.
It's going to be a huge surprise for other guys when they see, for all the medium runners in the Q2 when they see the wet race.
Yeah.
Wild Nissan GTR right now. He's about to start he's in the middle of the race, of the racetrack right now, but we'll be getting him on board for his hot lap.
Well, as it stands, it's Tassani at the top of the timesheet. He's got pole position at the moment. Whippy is second, Zola third, Nissan fourth, Regan fifth, Torpedo sixth. You've got Asda, Higgs, Football Boss, and Level 6 all yet to set a lap time. But Asda's got a few corners left to go. Comes to that final chicane. And who's left the session? I'll get that sorted quickly as Asda comes across the line. 37.0 for Asda. He'll be happy with that time. And oh, he's got... Oh, he's done a Mazda spin. Asda did a Mazda spin on the exit of turn 1. Oh dear. And, just managed to catch Higgs balls on there. He's just lost an end plate.
Oh, watch out.
What is his time going to be, though? I think he's lost a fair bit. And oh, no, that's still a pretty good time. 38.6. Is Football Boss going to have time to come out for another lap? It's level 6. 44.
No, he won't. Like, he needs to come right now to get that. Otherwise, he won't be having time. He's coming out.
He's coming out. He's really cutting it fine here.
Oof, he's good. No, he won't have time. It's already, the clock is already on 1:31. And he's just out of the pits. No, he won't have time.
Yeah, I highly doubt he's going to have enough. Yeah, highly doubt he's going to have time. I mean, of course, it is against league rules
Ooh, corner cutting to get an advantage there.
Yeah, that's against league rules. You can't cut a corner to save time and make it. You can't cut a corner to reduce the amount of time needed to get round to make yeah. That's against the rules. That's going to be a penalty for him for sure. So it's just football bosses here to set a lap time, but 23 seconds, 20 seconds to go. He's not going to make it.
No, he's not going to make it.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's it. That's it. He hasn't made it, and Regan was on an outlap as well. He's not going to make it either. We've just got 4 drivers that could set a lap time to improve their position.
There it is. The corner cutting, sadly.
Yeah.
So, Sandy or Whippy? Who are you calling?
Right now, it's got to be Tsani.
Oh, Sandy just hit the wall.
Is that going to affect his time, though? 36-1 to beat. Oh
man.
That's not a wet setup. That is a dry setup.
Yeah.
Zola, 36-0. He goes second. Can Whippy improve on his time? And he's a 1:35.760. 100th. The Alfa Romeo splits the Ferraris. Here comes Torpedo. What's he gonna pull out of the bag? I think he stays 8th. No, he's 7th. He'll be very happy with that.
And they were just 5 tenths slower than the record in X1. This is good. Okay, so qualifying 3 results. Sanji with the pole position. Whippy, Sola, Asda, Wilding, Sanji, TR, Regan, Torpedo, Hicks, Button, LV6, level 6, and Football Bus. That he might be getting a penalty after.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised if he does. I mean, Zola saying he lost 4 tenths in Sector 3. He'll be... just head down, Zola. This is gonna be one of attrition. Just head down. You got this, man.
Yeah. Okay. You know what time is it?
Yep. It's time for a message from our sponsors.
We'll be right back.
Are you looking for a more realistic F1 feel in your sim racing? ANSI 3D is the solution for you. ANSI 3D is a 3D printing company based in the United States. We sell F1 style wheels for Logitech G29, G920, and the G923 wheel set with all wheels including high quality real suede fabric on the handles for maximum comfort. All wheels can be fully customized by picking your own colors for the handles and buttons. Also, you get to select a free logo of your choice to be printed on your wheel. We also have all Formula One 3D printed tracks available for sale on our website. For more information or to place your order now, log on to our website at www.ansi3d.com. That's ANSE3D.com. Don't delay, check us out today.
And I also want to remind you before we start with the race that we're having extremeracingleagues.com. If you want to join PC server, join Xbox server, you just click on these buttons. You have here some information about the league. You have some information about who we are, our team. If you have a doubt about who your admin is or something, just head here. Regulations, and if you have a code of conduct matter, please use this form. And you have here also the season calendar. So we are right now on Singapore. We're going to be next week on Spain, then Austria, Belgium, Hungary, Mexico, Italy, France, and Brazil. And here we have the shop also, so you can buy your XRL merch to support the league. And also we have here links to all of our sponsors, and we have Clutch Control, we have BPG Sim Labs, we have City Keys, and we have One Tap Designs. You can go here and in the website, and you can find all of our sponsors. Go and buy from them. They support the league in a very good and a lot, and they support a lot the league, and they help us with a lot of stuff. So as part of the anniversary week of Extreme Racing Leagues that's coming on May, during the Mexican GP week, we are going to be having, as part of the giveaway, we're going to be announcing a anniversary giveaway. As part of it, we're going to be giving away one sponsor pack. About a sponsor pack, I mean, it's a pack, or like a pack made by one NCT3 printed track, one set of clutch controls, one Twitch design overlays from One Tap, or iRacing or Assetto Corsa design. So it will be announced on Discord during the week. So you have right now the news, and we'll go back to the race and do the 1 minute of silence for Duke Philip. Let's do 1 minute of silence. Oh, 1 minute of silence is at 18:02. Okay, do 1 more minute for that. And well, yeah, you can go and check the sponsors. They support the league a lot, and we're going to be having some good news. The anniversary giveaway I was talking about is going to be huge. It's going to be huge. We're going to be throwing the house out of the window, as it's said in Mexico popularly. Yeah, we're about to start the minute of silence, I believe. It should start in 3 seconds now. Okay, 1 minute of silence. And that's it. Are you there, Kenzie?
Yep, drivers are starting to ready up now.
Okay.
I mean, you can see on your screens right now, just look how heavy the rain is right now.
Yeah, it's heavy, heavy rain.
Right up. So here we go. Here come the lights. You guys know what time it is. It is lights out and it is race time here at a very, very wet Singapore Grand Prix. And it's going to be very clean. And, oh my word! Oh, we've got a load of spins already. And I think we've got something happening already. It's Higgs has had an incident. And Sonny started on pole and he's now second to last. Oh my word, absolute drama at the start.
And still no safety car.
Not yet, anyway. But I am very surprised they didn't have a virtual safety car at least for that. Sonny's gonna have a mountain to climb. But Zola is now in the lead of the race after that. And oh, Rahul's had an off. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Not even a virtual safety car. That's weird.
Yeah. It's all gone wrong so quickly. Dasani, he's back up to 11th. He started on pole, but he's right down the back, effectively.
And Dave, he's about
Oh,
to lose.
he's gone! What?
Virtual safety car.
There it is!
Man, Dave saved himself.
What on earth? Oh my, what on earth? Well, that's just happened. And Higgs has been disqualified as well.
This is unlucky because that was a game glitch.
Yeah. I think glitch would be a bit of an understatement based on the screenshot I managed to capture. Oh, there we go. Virtual safety car, and Jack's got a penalty. 5-second penalty. Whippy in the pits already. Is that going to be for a front wing change? And yes, it is a front wing change. Right up. There we go. There is the prediction. The prediction result was yes. Yes, there was a full course safety car. Well, there was a virtual safety car, but it counts. Rahul in as well. So we've got two drivers out on the first lap already. Dasani crashed out and Higgs being disqualified for being parked in a dangerous location. But I think Rahul's just picked up a penalty. He's got a 5-second penalty. Would that have been for speeding in the pit lane though? Zola, meanwhile, starting to increase his lead. He's 2 points ahead of this battle for second place. Regan going wide around that corner, and I think Football Boss is going to be looking for a shot, but thinks better of it. That small tunnel's probably going to be the only dry section on the track. Oh, Regan almost losing the back end there. This could be Football Boss's opportunity. There we go. Zola fastest lap of the race, 2:04. 227. Football Boss going to try and have a look. This is very brave in these conditions. Is he going to make it stick? Yes, he has. Yes, he has. And he's now up into second place after starting 12th. And oh, Regan's almost had it off. Well, and meanwhile, he is in the pits. Absolutely incredible. I mean, the gap between Zola and Football Boss now, that's 4.7 seconds. So we'll see if we can get a good onboard view here. That's Higgs out of the session now. And just look at how much spray. The amount of spray. And Regan and Asda battling for third place. Asda tried to get ahead. Just look at how much spray. You can hardly see anything. Zola again with another fastest lap. And no, that's a sort. No, dear, oh dear. That's. I'm pretty sure that's damage for Asda. I'm pretty sure that's damage for his front wing. I'm pretty sure he's lost an end plate there. He effectively rear-ended Regan. Regan's now down to 5th. And yes, Asda has lost an end plate. Yellow flag sector 2. That'll be the Alfa Romeos. It's level 6. And Regan's lost an end plate as well, just to really rub the salt in. Just when his day couldn't get any worse. It's only lap 4 and we've already got drama up and down the field.
This is crazy.
And I did say during qualifying that this was going to be one of attrition.
I'm not going to say anything about the Zola gap or anything, because I am famous for jinxing him. So we are not going to be talking about him, okay?
Okay. But Asda is in the pits. He's having to get his front wing changed. Regan, interestingly, electing to stay out. That is interesting.
And he got damage.
He has lost an end plate after.
Oh.
It
looks like Jack also lost an end
unless
plate.
Yeah. Jack lost an end plate.
Yeah.
Yes, he has. There's a lot of end plates going missing here. Level 6 has had to come in as well. He had a fair chunk of damage on his front wing as well. Rahul, whoa! It may be wet weather conditions, but Rahul, first man of the day to crack the sub 2-minute barrier. As far as the fastest lap of the race is concerned, 1:59.903.
Let's watch the replay about the start of the race.
Right, so here we go. So there we go. There it is. The Nissan gaining a place off the start, as with Football Boss. And there you go. You've got the two leaders. And
Sola, the big winner there.
Zola managing to avoid all the carnage.
Yeah. We are watching Whippy. Look, Whippy gets a little bit dive, or maybe he gets pushed by Sani. We're not sure about that, but we'll see what's towards the side.
Yeah, because Whippy did end up going into the side of Zola's Ferrari, but it was Whippy that ended up with the damage. And Sani, he's ended up out of the race. As you mentioned about Higgs boson, who ended up being disqualified afterwards. Did you have a look at the screenshot that I sent you on Discord?
Let me check real quick.
Yeah. You want to talk about glitches? There's one in a nutshell.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah. What on earth is that monstrosity?
let me see if we can show the guys.
Oh.
Real quick.
I genuinely cannot find words to describe what on earth.
Look at this glitch, guys. Look at this glitch.
So here we go.
What is that?
What on earth? They're like trying to it looks like they're trying to merge into each other somehow.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can describe it right now.
Yeah, it's like a transformer or something.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We're only on to lap 6
As
of
is right behind
31.
Torpedo right now. Just right behind Torpedo.
Yeah, Asda had to change his front wing. Only the top 4 that have managed to keep themselves out of trouble and not make any pit stops for any front wing changes, etc. Because like I said, as far as the nature of this track is concerned, it's very difficult to overtake here. Not much room for error. I mean, you'd have to be ridiculously brave to be able to go for an overtake in these conditions. But we have seen 1 or 2 already.
Yeah. And look at the rain. The rain is intense. It's not going to stop.
Yep. Yeah, and these are the conditions we're going to be having to deal with throughout the entire race. We're on lap 7.
And maybe during the entire weekend. Because tomorrow, maybe Singapore is very wet. It's always...
Oh, the scenes if that happens. Because you're probably going to be looking at this race going for about an hour.
Yeah, probably. A little bit more.
Yeah, and then you've got the 100% race tonight.
If there's weather, that's like 3 hours.
Yeah, that's gonna hit the 2-hour time limit. Because I do remember commentating for an F2 league last season, and both the feature race and the sprint race ended up hitting the time limit.
Yeah.
And it's the first time in my commentary career that I've ever seen that happen.
Oh. And what, Singapore? The conditions are so wet, man. It's amazing.
Football balls there with a time penalty. That'll be the first on-track penalty of the day. Rahul, I believe.
He's right behind with Wildness and ZPR.
Yeah. There we go.
Rahul needs to be patient.
Yeah. Rahul's 5-second penalty was for speeding in the pit lane. So as far as the exceeding track limits is concerned, Football Boss is the first driver to have that penalty to his name today. Rahul really struggling with rear end grip
Yeah.
in these conditions. And Nissan, oh, that's a very interesting move. He went to cover the inside line, and it looks like it's paid off. He keeps position for now. And Jack, Rahul's teammate, is in the pits. I think Jack's going to need to change his front wing. Yes, he does. I like what Jack's done with his helmet, though.
Oh, it's a good helmet.
Yeah.
Jack, new driver.
Yeah. I wonder if we're going to end up with one or two XRL drivers at some point in the future doing what Lando Norris did last season, and effectively have a different helmet for every race.
Oh, I'm not sure if they. That would be good to do, you know, maybe for next season.
Yeah.
That will be good. Yeah.
It's like,
Oh,
and I think it's unanimously agreed upon that the best Lando Norris helmet was the one that he let the kids design for his race at Silverstone.
oh yeah, I mean, that was the best. Yeah, that was a good touch from him.
Yeah. This is what I love about this current era of Formula One, that there's a lot more social media interactivity between the drivers and the fans.
Yeah, this is
Whereas-
that is good because they can get to be like listened by the drivers.
Mhm.
Yeah. And the fact that Lando is so young and into gaming, that's good.
Say a great way to interact with the younger demographic, getting some of the younger people into the sport.
Yeah, exactly. And for example, in some games, like Azza is about to get the overtake. He's fighting with Torpedo right now.
Side by side, careful, don't do anything stupid. Torpedo keeps the racing line, and he keeps himself into 6th place. Keep himself in 6th.
Azza needed to
Very
kneel
well
there,
played
very
between
well,
those two.
Yeah. I was telling you, I've seen some games that if we can merge some, like get to fusion some of the games career modes to make the ultimate career, something like that, that would be amazing, man. Like for example, on the MMA games, the UFC games.
EA Sports UFC, yeah.
Yeah, EA Sports UFC games on career mode. You get to, like, you have to do training and all that, you know. You
Yeah.
have to do training, and you can either do training or try to spend time with your fans, either streaming, either visiting, doing some stuff. So if that could happen if we can get some of that into the career modes of F1, like the downtime of the drivers, that would be great. And Azza just got the overtake on Torpedo,
Yeah, it was very well played there from Asda. Asda now into 6th place. Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised if all sports games in the future adopts the same approach that the UFC games do,
Yeah,
as far as the
really
career
good.
mode's concerned.
Yeah, because career mode on that side is it actually gets you involved with,
Yeah.
you know, you know, and for example, one other thing that has come out on Xbox lately, the MLB The Show 21 just hit up.
Yes, and I did yes, that game is actually available right now on Xbox Game Pass right now, folks. And one of our X1 drivers, Zach, was actually playing it on launch day yesterday.
Yeah, he probably got the deluxe edition because it comes out on Game Pass on Monday. So the launch date is on Monday, so he's on early release. He bought the deluxe editions probably. Yeah, and that game is, man, because it's different from, like, for example, the Diamond Dynasty stuff. Like it's like the Ultimate Team, like the FIFA Ultimate Team, but of baseball. But it's very different because you don't actually need to go online to get a good team. You know? You can play completely offline and get a fantastic team. So that is very
interesting.
But yeah, let's get back to racing.
Yes. Yeah, so we're just over a third of the way through the race now. Zola still leading by 24 seconds, and that gap is just continuing to grow. Should we call him, dare I say, do we call him the XRL Rainmeister now?
I don't want to say anything, man.
Yeah. So yeah, Zola leads, Football Boss second, Regan third.
You said it, I didn't.
Yeah, yeah. Zola, Zola, my head is yours if you end up with an incident. I am taking full responsibility for anything that goes wrong for you tonight.
Yeah, the gap is crazy.
Yeah, it was a 24.5 seconds, and it's still growing. Football Boss second, Regan third, Dave fourth, Whippy fifth, Asda sixth, Torpedo seventh, Nissan eighth, Rahul ninth, and Jack rounding up the top 10, level 6 in the pits again.
Yeah, but you know, that gap is all the wet setup. You know,
Yeah,
having a wet setup
wet's-
in a wet race, it gives you a huge advantage.
and even then, still having the and then even then still, and still being able to pull out 36s, 35s in qualifying with that wet weather setup.
Yeah.
That just shows how far he's come since transitioning to the wheel.
Yeah, exactly. He's a very good driver. Oh,
Yeah.
I need to stop.
Yeah, I was actually looking at some wheels during the message from our sponsors Anti-3D and others. And we're looking at somewhere in the ballpark of about 150 to 200 pounds roughly to get a good racing wheel for me.
I'm not sure. You can find. I'm not sure how much is.
Mind you, that was me looking on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
We go yellow flag sector 3. That's Nissan. Nissan's had an incident. He's okay for now.
We'd be
Hello.
right behind Dave Elworth.
Yep. Ah. Jackpot. I might have found one to suit my budget. I might have just found a wheel to suit my budget.
Yeah, you can find some second-hand wheels, or
Yeah.
new, totally new, but
Yeah. Because the wheel I've just managed to find there, it's a Thrustmaster, but it's a Ferrari 458 Spider racing wheel for £100, and that's on the
just
game
make
website
sure.
game.co.uk.
Yeah, just make sure that it has force feedback, because some of those cheap wheels don't have force feedback, and you want force feedback, man. Yeah. Just look into YouTube to check if there's force feedback. I don't know if you know what that is. Yeah, it's like how it will feel. It will make the wheel feel like an actual wheel.
The Thrustmaster, texture grips,
I believe
pedal
the Spider one
sets,
it doesn't have it.
action buttons, automatic sensor in terms of degree. Adjustable wheel sensitivity. No, that one.
No, I think that one doesn't have force feedback. Yeah.
That one doesn't have force feedback. So
No, you
Yeah,
want force feedback, man. Otherwise, you won't be feeling you're actually driving. Yeah.
yeah. Dave in the pits. Right up. Then that's Dave in the pits now. And that's a very quick stop there. And oh, hello, Torpedo's on. Torpedo's out of the race. Disqualified for blocking the pit lane. Wow. And then there were 10. That was a real shame for Torpedo, our championship leader. Approaching half distance now. Thank you for that. Here we go, Football Boss and Regan into the pits now. Football Boss manages to keep ahead of Regan. Zola that's yet to make a stop. Zola has a pit stop effectively in hand over Whippy. On a three-way scrap now. As we head on to lap 15. Oh, there he is. There's Zola. Race leader's in. And he's going to comfortably come back out in the lead. Should be able to take those to the end.
And I'm back.
There we go, on to lap 16 now. We're into the second half of the race. Zola has just made a stop comfortably back out into the lead.
10-second gap. Okay.
Yeah, he had more than enough time in hand to make the pit stop and maintain the lead.
Oh, yellows. Oh, it's pisted. He did not have damage. That's good. It looks like he didn't.
He is a lap down though. He's got...
Oh, the Reynolds are fighting.
Yeah. Squabbling over 8th place at the moment.
Ooh, Whippy has left the session. He has been disconnected. If you can invite him back.
Already on the case.
Thank you very much.
Go. Boom. And that's one of the big advantages of checking the recently played with list.
Yeah. You can get it fast that way.
Yep. There we go, level 6 Beastian. He is now 2 laps down. But the consolation he's got is that he'll be guaranteed a point regardless, providing he finishes. And Enriquez, he's had a spin. He lost the
And
back end.
another
Oh,
one.
he's gone again.
Ooh, everyone saw that, right?
Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
Nah, he restarted the track. Reset the track.
Oh, that's something else that's against the rules.
Yeah. Well, he's a new driver. He should have known, but yeah.
Yeah. But here we go.
He hits the wall and then reaches the track. I don't know if he did or the game.
Yeah,
did,
that is a track reset. That's against the rules. So I'll just. Asda, meanwhile, he's right on the back of Whippy for third place, but of course, Whippy's still trying to get back into the session. Whippy manages to keep second for now.
Is it a one stop or a two stop? I don't know. It looks like a one stop because Sola just pitted like one lap ago and it's lap 18. Oh, we have, I believe that's Christian.
No, it's Whippy.
No, it's Whippy.
It's Whippy. Wow, that's a turn up for the books.
He get damage? Oh yeah, he lost his left hand plate. The AI is going to be getting into the pits. Yeah, very good. Well, at least they did something good with the AI here. Okay. And the interval's not showing.
Ah, they've. We'll go to the Renos. The Renos are probably the closest battle on track right now. Rahul still ahead of Jack for now. Yeah, there we go. Regulations. Version 1.5. We've got 12 laps to go now once.
What were you saying?
I'm just saying we've got 12 laps to go,
Okay.
including what we're on right now. Asda's now in the pits. Is he going to be able to get in front of... Is he going to be able to keep himself ahead of Football Boss? This is going to be tight.
The gap is...
Oh no, Asda's had a front wing change. Football Boss is going to be going to second place.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh no.
Wildness and GTR, maybe. Yeah, well, he lost position to Wildness and GTR too. So he lost 2 positions there.
Yep. I've got the regulations in front of me. Article 1.2, drivers will not reset to track during any official sessions. Yep, that's a penalty for Regan.
Yeah, unless the game has done it for him, but it's very difficult for the game to do
I
it.
highly doubt that.
Yeah, me too. I highly doubt it. We have yellows. It's Regan or Wild? It looks like
It's a Mercedes.
Regan. Yeah, is Regan going
And it
into
is
the pits?
Regan. Yeah, he's in. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, he's going to need to come in to get that front wing changed.
I want to say something. I'm going to send it to you by Discord. So you say it.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say it.
Let's just go snail. Ooh, that's a valid point. That is a valid point. Could he be close to doing so? Might be a stretch with about 10 laps to go, but the way to look at it is the fact that as far as lapping everybody else, I've only seen that like once or twice throughout my entire commentary career. But the first time I actually saw it happen was indeed at this track in my very first season of commentary, where the guy that was on pole position, the guy that won the race, he was on pole position and he lapped everybody else. But apart from that, like I say, with the number of laps that are left, it might be a stretch if we see Zola being able to lap everybody else.
I've only seen this that I sent you via Discord once. It was in Turk of the Devil, Gary.
Yes, that's yeah.
Remember
Yeah,
that?
that's the race I was mentioning. Gary Braddon,
Yeah.
he started on pole, won the race, and lapped everybody else. And it's no surprise that he got Driver of the Season at the end of season awards for that performance.
Yeah, I believe it was season 2 or season 1.
It was season 1, definitely season 1.
Season 1.
It's like I say that was my very first season of commentary. It's hard to believe that's been just over 2 years now that I've been doing this.
2 years, man. That sounds like too much.
Yeah.
Right?
You see, 2 years of commentary under my belt, and I've already got the equivalent of like.
How many races have you commentated? Have you ever thought about that?
Oh, now you're asking. I'm probably
too much.
I'll say,
Too
yeah,
many.
I'm probably fast approaching 200 at this rate. I've lost count of how many races I've commentated, but I've done. I did 4 seasons with. I did 4 seasons with Talk of the Devil. I'm on 4 seasons with you guys. That's effectively 8 seasons under my belt already.
Yeah, 8 seasons, probably around 20 races per season.
Yeah, but that'll be somewhere in the region of about 160 there.
Yeah,
And then commentating for Total Impact Racing on a Friday night. And I've only been doing that for like a couple of seasons, and that's not taking into account 1 or 2 guest appearances here and there before going full time.
Yeah, exactly.
They're probably looking somewhere in the region of fast approaching 200. And hey ho! Did somebody? I thought somebody. A split second there, I thought somebody had an off. But that's not the case. It's a 3-way scrap for second place between Nissan, Football Boss, and Asda.
It's going to be a good finish because Nissan has no time penalties. But
but the gap that Zola's got, it's almost a minute ahead of everybody else.
I can bet he's okay. Nissan going into the pits.
Well, he has been on those wet tires for 17 laps.
Yeah, he needed to do that.
Yeah. It would have been a big stretch to get them to the end of the race. And what were they doing? What were they doing? Oh, come on! The Mercedes crew weren't ready. The Mercedes crew weren't ready. What on earth?
Bad luck for Wild Nissan.
The second week in a row I've seen that happen.
Yeah. Asmo in the chat saying hello. Hello, Asmo. Long
Asma,
time.
one of our former XRL drivers.
A long time we didn't see you, man.
And then it was two battling for second place, Football Boss and Asda. Very intriguing to see how these two battle it out for this second place. I mean, the way Asda's helmet's designed, it does have some similarities to Mick Schumacher's helmet.
Oh, really? What's it?
Yeah.
Let me check the colors. Green and red.
I'm pretty sure Mick Schumacher's helmet has. Yes, it does. There are some similarities because it's green at the front, but Asda's helmet only has red at the back, whereas Schumacher's has the German flag.
Oh, and Football Bus just made a mistake and gave the Asda the position there.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. And I think this is the point where Asda can now start pulling away. And
Oh!
as I say that, it picks up a time penalty.
Now they're in similar conditions. They both have 6 seconds now.
Yep, they're good. Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah.
And for once, it's not you that's struck with the commentator's curse, it's me.
Yeah, for once. Well, let's don't sing victory yet.
Dave and Level 6 in the pits.
Ooh, Rahul with a 3-second time penalty. Not a good race for Rahul.
Yeah. Okay, he was top of the timesheets at the end of the first part of qualifying. He was just outside the top 10 though, but he's up into 8th. Oh, yellow flag sector 1, that's one of the Renaults.
Rahul,
And
that's
it's Rahul again. Oh, that's
Big
on the
damage.
exit of turn 4. Oh. Careful, careful, careful! Oh, my word. Woo! Woo. That could have gone horribly wrong.
Yeah. It might be unsafe rejoin for him. And he just crashed. Bad for Rahul.
Given the fact
bad
that-
race for Rahul.
Yeah, well, given the fact that he'd already had front wing damage, I think it was inevitable in these conditions, and especially with how hot the tires were.
Yeah, hot tires, wet conditions. That's bad. Ooh, and who was that?
Oh, that was Williams. That was one of the Williams.
Yeah, Dave did a little bit of an unsafe rejoin there. Let's see real quick the replay. He was in the wall.
Yeah. But apparently, according to Waddington thinks that was an intentional crash from Rahul.
I'm not sure. Okay, it should be happening this Ooh, he was going back. Yeah, the Williams was in the wall and he was going backwards, and he did reverse, and then whew, that could have been
Yeah.
bad for him.
Dave in the pits.
We'd be fighting with football balls right now.
Yeah, so like I was saying regarding Rahul's crash, Waddington's saying he's pretty sure it was an intentional crash. And of course, oh, hang on, that's both Renaults out. And it's a
Safety
full
car.
safety car. Where on earth did that happen? It was around about turn 8.
Ah, man, we were looking for Soler to get to lap everyone. Now it's not going to be possible
That's now up in smoke.
because of the safety car.
Yes, it's only the top 5.
He can
That's
get
still-
new tires and still get.
Yes,
he will
it's
probably
only
get
the
new
top.
tires.
It's only the top 5 that are still on lead lap.
How many wet set of tires do you get? 2 or 3? I believe he should have one more, right? He probably has one more. We'll see. If he pits, then that means he had one more set.
According to the 2020 rules, not sure if there's been a change since then. You're allowed 13 sets of you're allowed 13 sets of slicks, 4 sets of intermediates, and 3 sets of full wets.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's going to pit, so he might have a new set. Have you got replay of Rahul's crash? Let me check. It only saves the last replay I put. No, I believe this is the replay of the Williams.
No,
yeah.
At that point, Rahul's already out of the race.
Yeah. No, it only saves the last replay I select. So whenever I select a clip to replay, it overrides the other one. So yeah, solo new set of tires.
And is Dave going to be able to unlap himself?
Hopefully that's not a good idea.
No, he's not.
Yeah, because he's.
Oh no, he is. Dave's going to be back on lead lap.
If the safety car lets him, yeah, probably.
Really hope it does.
Because the safety car is moving right now,
Yeah.
so he can affect Solar's race here.
And there he goes. There he goes.
He's overtaking the safety car. Let's see if the game disqualifies him or not. Hopefully not.
And Whippy elects to come in as well.
Oh, Regan retired? What happened? In the pits?
Oh,
Or
he's
is it-
retired. He's retired in the pits. Yeah.
Okay.
And we're now down to 7.
Ooh, Jack has left the session. Oh, well, he's DNF.
Yeah, he's out. He's out anyway. Football Boss now has 9 seconds worth of penalties compared to Asda's 6. Level 6 is the only driver to be lapped at the moment. Currently 2 laps down on the leader. He will be guaranteed 7th place, which will be a very tasty 6 points for him. So now things just got interesting. I think we're going to be in for a very tasty sprint finish.
Yeah, problem is people can be dangerous.
Yeah. Because we've got to bear in mind that there's going to be a lot of catching up to do. I mean, everyone else, so Football Boss is closing the gap on the safety car, and so we're gonna be under safety car conditions for at least another lap or two.
Yeah.
So hopefully Dave can catch up to the safety car queue before the safety car comes in. It looks like it'll be like 3 laps of racing. It'll be like 29, I would think. The safety car coming in.
Yeah, it will come in the start of the 29, because they have not bunched up yet. They're very separate.
So Football Boss is close. And then, of course, with the time penalties taken into account for Football Boss and Asda, Nissan could be thinking to himself, could I get a podium here?
Yeah, maybe the podium is possible, but they have 6 seconds, and Wildingsen is right behind him. So
We've effectively lost half the field, folks, as we are on lap 27 of 31. We're under safety car conditions, and I said it was gonna be a race of attrition, and we're certainly seeing just that. Shades of Monaco '96, for those that remember watching that race when it happened.
Football Boss and Nasdaq need to be centered in the mindset, because they need to understand that they both have 6-second time penalties, and they cannot ruin the race of the guys in front, like for example Soler.
Yeah,
They need to be aggressive, yes, but not dangerous. It's very
exactly.
It's not the same thing.
Yeah. So, and with these conditions as well, that you've really got to think more about when you really got to think more about when to strike rather than striking at will.
Exactly.
Might be touch and go if Dave can catch up with the safety car. The safety car's just gone through turn 4 now.
I'm not sure if they're going to catch up. The safety car is definitely going in this lap.
Yeah, so it'll be 3 laps of racing.
I'm worried about Football Boss. He's going in too close into Sola, and that can result in damage or something.
Yeah. And if anything, this could very well work in Dave's favour, because with him catching up to the safety car, he's able to keep his tyres warm.
Yeah.
He's able to keep his brakes at a good temperature. So he's going to have nice warm tyres for the restart compared to everybody else.
Yeah.
There we go, safety cars coming in.
Coming in. Okay, let's hope. Let's pray.
Yep.
3 more laps. Well, 2 after this.
Yeah, 29, 30, 31.
Yeah.
Yep, 3 laps.
3 laps.
It'll be 3 laps of racing. Would he do that though, Waddington? Being Mike Sensible, he'll more than likely let them pass and tag along behind them.
If he survives first sector, the guys behind are done because he has the pace. Man, he got a 1 minute gap.
Yeah.
That's all he needs. Just survive the first sector.
Here we go. 3 laps to go. And oh!
What's that? A penalty?
Oh!
5 seconds. Why?
Tell me that hasn't just happened to Zola. Tell me that hasn't just happened to him. It has. Zola's got a 5-second penalty as well.
Why?
Collision with Football Boss.
Oh,
And Football Boss got a penalty as well.
That's Football Bus' fault then. Yeah, that might be removed for Sola if that was the case.
Yeah.
And Nazda just overtook Football Bus.
Easy as you like. But the crucial thing is, Zola still has less penalties than Azza does, and Zola is already starting to pull away.
Already 2 seconds.
So it looks like Football Boss could drop as low as 5th.
Ooh.
As long as Nissan can keep within that penalty window.
Yeah, we saw that, Harry. Thank you very much, man. The contact between Sola and Football Bus was. Remember, guys, when it's the safety car, the car that is at the back and hits the car in front, he has the fault. Like the car at the back has the fault.
Yeah.
As is keeping the gap.
That is interesting. Little twitch of oversteer there coming out of that chicane. On to the penultimate lap now. And all Whippy's just got ahead of Nissan. Whippy has just got ahead of Nissan.
Result for Whippy. Before potentially podium for Whippy.
He could potentially take the podium legitimately without the penalty count back. With Football Boss having 14 seconds worth of penalties, you gotta think that his chances of podium have just gone up in smoke. I think whatever happens now, we may as well cue the national anthem of Great Britain.
It looks like it.
I just had a bonkers idea regarding the national anthems.
Whatever.
If we somehow end up with a Dutch driver,
Yeah.
rather than playing the Dutch national anthem,
Yeah.
you know
Max,
Super Max. Yeah, we play that instead.
Nah, that'll be. Oh, was that just got a 3-second time penalty and the chances of his win has
interesting
just.
at all. Hang on, yellow flags. That will be the Williams of Dave. And oh dear. Whippy, meanwhile, side by side with Football Boss into turn 1. This is very brave. brave. They're still going to be side by side heading into turn 2. They bang wheels. They are banging wheels for that final podium position. And Nissan, and that's it! Nissan's podium hopes have gone up in smoke! Here comes Whippy though! And he is into third place, and oh my god, Football Boss breaks ridiculously late!
How did his break work like that?
Beggars belief.
Okay, I think I can say it now. It's lap 31. Sola has made a fantastic drive today. He managed to get a 1 minute gap before
And he's
the
already
safety car.
up, and he's already up to 7 seconds.
This for the new
So I think-
drivers. This is the importance of getting a wet setup and getting a lot of practice.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think for that reason alone, Zola deserves driver of the day.
Definitely. 1 minute gap. We haven't
Yeah.
seen that before in this season. We have not seen. Even in last season, we did not see that.
Oh, and Whippy's the sauce and end plate went into the rear end of Football Boss. But we're gonna have to cut away from that battle just now because we've got Zola coming round the final sequence of corners. Cooley Boy saying, knowing Zola, he'll be on a hybrid setup. That is interesting. That explains the fast pace in qualifying. But Zola comes round the final corner and he wins the Singapore Grand Prix. And now we wait and see what's going to happen as far as the podium is concerned. Asda into the wall and Football Balls gets ahead of him. But what's going to happen as far as the penalty situation is concerned? And Asda's off the podium. And Whippy, P2, Nissan P3.
Ooh, they pushed us out of the podium.
What on earth happened to Asda right at the end? What on earth happened there? But Zola, Whippy, Nissan, Asda, Football Boss. Dave is going to come through in 6th. Level 6 is going to come through in 7th. And I think, as far as race performances go, that is up there as one of the most dominant that we've seen in the XRL so far.
Yeah. One of the most dominant performances in XRL so far. Because remember, Gary was on
Talk to the devil.
On Touch of the Devil, yeah. But in XRL, we have not seen such domination as a 1 minute gap. Or at least
Yeah.
I don't remember that. We're just waiting for Dave to get into the racing line.
Yeah, he's only got a few corners to go now. And dare I say, on the day of Duke of Edinburgh's funeral, I think it is fitting that we have a British driver winning today.
Yeah, exactly. And we have it.
Talking of which, time for the national anthem of Great Britain.
Okay, just give me 1 second.
Fantastic there. And Zola in the stream chat saying that was for Prince Philip. He would be very, very proud of you for such an incredible performance there, Zola. But nevertheless, the results are as follows. You've got Zola, a commanding win from 3rd on the grid. You've got Whippy 2nd. Then you've got Nissan in 3rd. Asda down to 4th. He did get the fastest lap of the race though, so it does help soften the blow of missing out on the podium. Football Boss in 5th, Dave in 6th, and Level 6 Beastian in 7th place with 2 laps down. And your non-finishers were Regan, Jack, Rahul, and Higgs, and Tasani, Higgs, and Torpedo were disqualified. We only had 7 finishes from the 13 drivers today. Whew. One of attrition and a performance dedicated to the Duke. Yeah.
Sorry, I just received a call, and Insaneator just joined us. Insane, are you there?
Yeah.
I'm not. Just ignore me for right now.
Oh, okay.
What was that? What was that you said?
No, he said ignore him for right now. Yeah.
Ah,
Okay, well,
right.
thank you very much, guys. Is Lo saying in the chat, hola. Hola, Lo. Thank you very much, guys. Remember, in 1 hour and a half, probably? 1 hour
Well,
and 45 minutes,
well-
something around?
Well, it'll be 45 minutes now because it's actually it's
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
it's 7:15. So about
Holy
45
shit.
minutes from now, we've got the 100 the XRRL 100% race distance realistic performance cars, and we're going to have Insane Leader calling all the action from 8 o'clock this evening. I'll say that'll be about 45 minutes from now. So be sure to tune in very shortly for that. And you're going to hear me and Lopez back in the commentary box tomorrow for the X1 at 5 p.m. round Singapore once again. Could we see a repeat of what we saw tonight? The only way to find out is to tune in. But until then, thanks for watching and good night.
Good night.